Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review. And we're back into the franchise of Kaiju number 8, into season 2 and episode 13. It was fire, absolutely it was fire. I loved it, and it was great to see the return of the show. I love the first season of Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 is actually become now one of my next new personal favorites. Um, I just love the I just love the show. I love the characters. I love the soundtrack and the songs, the animation, the action, everything. Pretty much I love about Kaiju number 8, and I was looking forward to season 2, and it didn't disappoint at all. It was absolute fire, like I said. Now, what we already like the production, the animation with the action, even the camera work. It was I obviously camera work is an anime film, but still, just how the way the angles look like for camera work, it was great, and it was really enough, just like it was because it's fitting because it's kaiju's, right? But with one of the main actions is like we see Godzilla in this. Godzilla makes an appearance, but because and which funny was last season they throw in like music that was from like the music from Godzilla, right? And it was fitting they put in that the same music, and when Godzilla comes up, it pops up, it's like, yeah, am I watching a kaiju number 8 version movie of Godzilla? So that was funny. They put that in there, and it was great to see too, though. Um, but yeah. But anyway, now that everyone knows the self the defense force knows about Kafka's him beat Kaiju number 8. So for now, we see him in a cell. We see him. He has his nightmare where we see him like when he was a kid with back when him and Mina were kids, right? Being attacked by kaiju, but then all of a sudden the defense force are shooting at him when he's now in his kaiju form, and Mina's gonna put him down, and so he has a nightmare about that. So, but now he's in his cell because the division sees him as a threat though, but thanks to the general director Shiomina, give him a chance to live though. So, and then we see with Ichikawa and I forgot his name again. Sorry, the one who had the shark teeth that was partnered with Ichikawa without when they got attacked by number 9. So they've been transferred to a new the team has been split up being transferred to new other parts of divisions like they've like they both of them they've been transferred to I think the first division. So and then we cut to with Shiomina, his the daughter one, the other main character, the other Shinomiya. She is now also being transferred. She's being transferred to the first division, and she gets to meet with the first division's captain, uh, Harumi, which we saw at the end of the first season. Like after when Kafka when he was transformed, we almost killed the general director, and after he punched a hole in himself and he collapses, we see him for a brief moment. We had his weapon on Kafka, and the general director said told him to stand down. So that was him. So Shiomia goes and sees him, and yeah, the guy is a weirdo because his room is a pigsty. It's like basically Amazon box ever. He's playing video games, and the guy is a weirdo. So he's a weirdo and a slob. But when it goes to work on fighting kaiju's, that's when he gets full serious mode. Full combat serious mode. So yeah, he can be a weirdo and a slob, but he's he's the captain of the first division. So whenever it comes to killing kaiju's, he goes full straight on attack mode. So full warrior mode, you can say. So despite all that for him, and they get a call, and that's when Godzilla pops up. And once they use the music for Godzilla, which is very fitting because it's Godzilla, and well, this in the first vision they create a distraction by shooting it, and then Harumi wants Shinomiya to watch and observe, and he goes down there with his weapon, sticks it in his back, pulls the trigger, and basically just blows up Godzilla to pieces. And she's impressed how strong he is, despite the fact she saw him for the first time as a weirdo and a slob, though. But like I said, when it comes to killing kaijus, he's full on warrior mode. So, and so after all that though, they go to see Harumi and Shinomiya goes to see her. They go to see her father, the general director, still, and they bring in Kafka. So, but Kafka sees her, but he still feels uneasy because of what happened. So the director general suggests that now Kafka be transferred to the first division to work with Harumi and Shinomiya. And Harumi, well, first of all, funny thing though. After all that, after the attack on Godzilla is done, he goes on his phone and he's like, "What? I don't get it." He basically doesn't get the credit, you know. It's like, why? So that's a funny part with him though. But Harumi goes and says, "Nah, screw that. I don't want to work with him, unless I kill him and make him into a weapon for me to work with." Okay. But the general director says, "Hey, you know, kaijus are evolving. Number 9 is still out there, who can still disguise himself as a human, and so if the kaijus are evolving, we need to evolve too. That's why we need to put." Well, he says his Kafka Hibno, but the people around him still call him Kaiju number 8, though. But so we need someone like him to help make the division stronger. So, yeah, you know, acting arrogantly, you think we're better though, so that's not going to happen. So he tells Harumi, yes, Kaka will be helping the division. So we need the strongest captain in the first division and the strongest kaiju to help with us to improve. So, but he's not. He'll agree to work with it, but he's like, you know, if you step out of line, I'll kill you and wear your suit for myself. And while Kafka is grateful, and says, I appreciate it because he gets to be back on the team, though. But like I said, it's completely different because, like I said from before, it's completely different for him because, like I said, they're probably gonna monitor him. They're gonna watch over him because they know because if he loses control again, like he did before when he was with the general director, you know. So like it's completely different for him from here on out, though. But he still says, he tells Harumi, like, you know, I still want he still wants to keep his promise to stand by Mina's side. Still, he still wants to keep that promise still. But he said he'll work with him. And he's great and he's grateful, and thanks him. So. And then we get no outro or intro. We do get a song after during the credits though, but we'll just see what the next intro will be. So I'm sure one more public will happen, and hopefully Youngblood will, like did for the first intro, will come back because I love this. I love the intro song by Youngblood, Abyss. I love that song. It was one of my favorite new intro songs. So hopefully we'll get another nice intro as well. And then after the credits, we see a whole new another kaiju just completely level the place, level this whole area, just sinks like a whole field of buildings just sinking into the earth basically. But yeah, but Kaiju number 8, season 2, episode 13, it returned on fire, you know, and I loved it. So I look forward to Kaiju number 8, the rest of it. I love the series, and I have nothing less of short of expectations for this series. Nothing. So I look forward to seeing more is going to come. So came back with a bang. It was, like I said, it was great to see Godzilla for the short time though. But I'm sure the real Godzilla wouldn't go down that easily though. But still. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time. Later.